Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, all of you, for being here. Today is Wednesday, 17 February 2021. Well, guys, so today we start a new topic. By the way, guys, this module finished on 27th February, so does mean the next week. Let me check the calendar. Give a minute. Okay, today is 17th, so that means we have month. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 days left. 6 days left, right, to finish this module. So prepare yourself for the final quiz or the final exam. Don't forget, for the final exam, I want you guys to get a proper computer. Avoid using cell phone, please. Avoid using cell phone. If you don't have a computer, well, I need you to get a computer from someone. It's pretty important that you guys keep the camera on. I want you to start the cameras, keep your cameras on all the time for the final exam. If you don't get your camera or you cannot keep your camera on, unfortunately, you cannot take the final test. Do you hear me? You cannot get or you cannot take the final test. If you work on a cell phone, it's gonna be impossible. Because if you are in a meeting on Zoom and then you switch to the Moodle platform, the camera stops. So please, on that day, I need you guys to get a computer. Please get a computer just for 2 hours, 2 hour and a half, 2 hour, 30 minutes. So prepare yourself. If you cannot get a computer, well, you will have problems. I cannot allow the students to take the exam with no cameras. These 3 quizzes or the 4 quizzes, no problem, because it's a quiz, all right? Got no problem with the quiz. But the final exam, yes. Okay, I'm so sorry for that message, but I think it is actually very important, guys, about the final exam. Well, guys, today we have a new topic, as I said. These topics are about the relative clauses. Well, so let's define about this topic. As you can see on your screen, we have the word clauses. This is a very well-known word, clauses, because we practice the clauses with zero conditional, first conditional, and the second conditional. You remember? Zero, first, and second conditional, they have 2 different clauses, right? Conditional clause and the main clause. So you know what clauses mean. So once again here, we're going to work with 2 clauses, okay? 2 clauses. And it is called relative because of the relative is a synonym of family, something like that, right? Is a relative. Relative clauses, that means that we're going to join. Join means vamos a unir. We're going to join 2 clauses by using who, which, and that. I hope you guys watched the video I shared on the Telegram group. It was actually a good explanation about the relative clauses. We have many different relative clauses, but today we're going to focus some of them. But the principal ones are who, which, and that. Who, which, that. We're going to use these relative words to join, all right, para unir, to join 2 clauses. So before starting, let's analyze these 3 words. Word number 1, who. What does who means? Anyone? Any idea? What does who mean? Any ideas? Come on, guys. The word number one, who.
¿Quién?
Yes, exactly. So who means quién? When we use the word who, because we're talking about people, clauses, the clause number one, clause number two, or clause number three, no problem. So in that clauses, we're talking about people. We use who when we talk about people. Let's continue. Which? What does word means?
¿Cuáles?
Exactly. ¿Cuál? And actually the word which can be word either singular or plural, because the translation can be cuál, el cual, los cuales, las cuales. Okay? So we use that to join two clauses. And the last one, that. Anyone?
Esa.
Okay, yes, you are completely right, but that as a demonstrative adjective is correct. Eso, esa, demonstrative adjective, but the word that is different, it's a relative. Here it has a different meaning. Means que. That aquí en las cláusulas relativas significa que. Como usted acaba de decir, that como pronombre demostrativo significa eso o esa, pero aquí va a funcionar como que. So we have who, quién, which, el cual, la cual, los cuales, las cuales, or that, que. They are relative clauses. We're going to use one of those words to join clauses, right? Vamos a unir cláusulas con estas tres palabras. Okay, let me explain this in a better way. This is a clause. Aquí tenemos una cláusula, una oración. I usually speak to the woman. Now, she owns the hotels. They are two clauses, two sentences. You see, they are two sentences. I usually speak to the woman. She owns the hotels. If I want to join, si quiero unir, if I want to join two clauses and make one single sentence, I use relative clause. In this case, is who. You see, woman is a person. She means a woman, is also a person. So the relative pronoun is who, quién. I usually speak to the woman who owns the hotels. This is the way how to work with relative pronouns or relative clauses. Two clauses in one single sentence. You see? We drop out the pronoun she because woman is a person, we use who. Let's continue. Which, remember, significa singular plural, el cual, la cual, los cuales, las cuales, no problem with that, right? It were either singular or plural. Well, once again, we have two different clauses. You see, I have got a lovely dog. It has got white fur. What is the relative? Eat. What is eat? Because of the dog. The dog eat. Dog eat. You see? So we're going to join these two clauses. I have got a lovely dog. We has got white fur. Tengo un adorable perrito, el cual tiene pelaje blanco. Ahí hemos unido las dos cláusulas, ¿ok? Utilizando un pronombre relativo. En este caso es un animal. El cual, la cual, el cual tiene pelaje blanco. I have got a lovely dog, which have got white fur. In the previous example, it was about a woman is a person. So we use who for people. Use things and animals. Now, let's continue with the next relative pronouns. That. Look, she's a teacher who came to our school last week. Here we have a single sentence with the relative pronouns who. Ella es la profesora quien vino a nuestra escuela la semana pasada. Okay. Aquí ya está unida las dos cláusulas con un pronombre relativo. Who, porque se trata de una persona. Como usted observa en la primera cláusula, she and teacher. She, teacher, person. So we use the relative pronouns who. She's the teacher who came to our school last week. But we also can use these relative pronouns. Take a look. I want you to see the difference. Well, actually, we can use the relative pronoun that for people. In other words, we can use either who or that for people. You understand? When we're talking about people, we have two options, who or that. It's the same. So you can say she's the teacher who or she's the teacher that. Two different options. You see? Now, look this example. This is the house which belongs to my friend. Esta es la casa la cual pertenece a mi amigo. Como usted observa, aquí ya hemos unido las dos cláusulas con un pronombre relativo. En este caso, which, porque se trata de un objeto, la casa. This is the house which belongs to my friend. Look this. We can also use that. You see? This is the house that belongs to my friends. It's the same. In other words, we can use people or object. We use the relative pronouns that. Read the use. That as a set can be used either for people or object. You see? So you can use that in most of the exercises, but please think. If you talk about people, well, use who instead that. And if you talk about object, well, so you have the other option, which. But that, as you see, well, it works for both. Let's continue. Any questions so far, guys? Please let me know. If you get a question, please. Remember, today, the relative clauses. The clauses are actually the sentences. Two different sentences, we put it together by using the relative pronouns. Vamos a unir cláusulas utilizando un pronombre relativo. El pronombre relativo que hemos visto hasta ahora eran who, quién, which, el cual, la cual, los cuales, las cuales, y that. ¿Ok? Siendo este último un comodín para trabajar sea con personas u objetos. Pero recuerde que that es solamente para singular. ¿Ok? Si habla y su pronombre es singular, entonces puede trabajar con that. Si ya es plural, entonces obligatoriamente va a tener que ir por which. Recuerde que which puede ser traducido por el cual, la cual, los cuales, las cuales. Okay, so got no problem, singular or plural. But if you want to work in the singular, you can use that as well. Who, which, that. Let's continue, guys. Give a minute. Look this example. Let's practice with some exercises, okay? But I'm going to show these exercises as examples. As you can see, we have the relative pronouns. Aquí tenemos los pronombres relativos, right? Once again, who, which, and that. Let's see it. Two sentences, okay? Two different sentences. He's the man, he painted my house. Aquí tenemos dos cláusulas. Es el hombre, él es el hombre, él pintó mi casa. Yo quiero que estas dos oraciones se unan y formen una sola para decir, él es el hombre quien pintó mi casa. Como estamos hablando de una persona, pues tendría que ser el pronombre relativo who. This one. What is the name of the boy? He telephoned you. Ese es el nombre del chico quien te llamó. O te llamó, perdón. 3. They are the people. They're offering Sue a job. Ellos son las personas. Ellos están ofreciendo a Sue un empleo. 4. That's the woman. Esa es la mujer. She works in the post office. Ella trabaja en la oficina postal. 5. Please give me the keys. They are on the table. And the last one. Tom is playing with the cat. It lives next door. Tom está jugando con el gato. El gato vive al lado o es del vecino. Entonces, chicos, yo quiero que aquí practiquemos, ¿ok? Vamos a practicar. ¿Cuál de estos tres pronombres relativos podemos utilizar para unir estas 6 oraciones y hacerla una sola? Así como en español nosotros también utilizamos pronombres relativos. ¿Quién? ¿De quién? ¿Ok? El cual, la cual, unimos nuestras ideas, ¿ok? En este caso, 2 cláusulas. So guys, for these 6 exercises, okay, you will have 5 minutes. Do it, please. Okay, guys, so please, I need a volunteer. Click on the button yes for the exercise number 1. Come on, guys. Don't let me down. Click on the button yes. Thank you, Miss Gatville. Number 1, please.
He is the man who painted my house.
Okay, let's check it out. Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you, Miss. Number 2. Another volunteer, please. Come on, guys.
Hi,
Thank
good
you,
afternoon.
Mr. Navarrete. Sorry. Number 2.
What is the name of the boy that telephoned you?
Okay, let's check it out. Okay, who or that? Both works. But remember, if there is a man or a person, please use who. As I said, that is also correct, but When we're talking about the person, use who instead. Number 3, please. Come on, guys. Number 3.
They are people who are offering a hug.
Okay, let's check it out. Thank you, sir. That was correct. 4. Number 4, please.
Does the woman who works in the post office?
Okay, let's check it out, miss. Thank you. 5, please. Number 5, please. Come on.
Please give me the keys which are on the table.
Thank you, miss. Let's see it. That's correct. Which are on the table. Perfect. Okay, the last one, please.
Tom is playing with the cat which lives next door.
Okay, let's see it. That's correct. Well, guys, I see this was easy to understand. So let's continue. That's correct. So remember, guys, there are more relative clauses, more relative pronouns. Hay más pronombres relativos. Empezamos con estos: who, which, that. Let's continue. Okay, guys, so let's practice. Well, basically, over here, there's no grammars or instructions or commands that we need to learn in order to apply well the relative pronouns. As I said, I don't want to teach you grammar all the time. I prefer you guys understand the correct way how to work properly with the relative pronouns in this case. Well, over here we have more exercises. As you can see, we have the two clauses. You know the clauses. In the conditional, zero first and second conditional, the clauses were separated by the symbol comma, but here is different. Aquí va a ser diferente, ya no va a ser separado por coma. Aquí va a ser separado por un pronombre relativo. ¿Quién? El cual, lo cual, la cual, los cuales o las cuales y qué. Okay, so we need one of those relative pronouns. In English, 3 options: who, which, and that. Give a minute, too much noise. Okay, guys, so let's continue. I'm so sorry. Too much noise. Well, as you can see, this is the bank was robbed yesterday. So over here, we have some options. Look at this.
Which?
Okay,
Which?
let's put it which this. Cool. In the second one, this is the girl called the police. And these are the options.
Who?
Who?
Exactly. That's correct. You see, that's the way how to use the relative pronouns. Which and who. Perfect. Congratulations, guys. I was pretty sure this topic would be pretty easy. Let's continue. Take this one. And these are the options. Aquí tenemos más pronombres relativos. When, que sabemos cuándo, where, dónde, y whose, de quién. A partir de eso, usted interprete cuál de esos tres. Son tres nuevos que hay ahí. Les había mencionado que hay más relative pronoun, solo que comencé con esos tres. Pero hay más. Whose, when, or where.
Where?
When?
When?
Okay, let's check it out with where. Where is the correct one? Esta es la estación de policía donde ella reportó el robo. That's correct. Where lo utilizamos cuando hablamos de lugares. Algo que usted aprendió en el módulo 1. ¿Se acuerda cuando vieron las WH questions? What, who, when, why, how many, how much, and so on, right? Solo es que aquí no estamos utilizando como preguntas, sino como pronombres relativos para unir dos cláusulas y hacerla una. This is the police station where she reported the theft. Let's continue. Take a look. These are the options.
Who?
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 Let's see it. Cool, that's correct. Nice, guys. Perfect. Let's check it out. This one.
Which?
No, that's not correct.
Who?
Who?
Whose or who?
Who?
Whose is correct. Recuerden que whose significa de quién. La chica, the girl, de quien el auto está en el garaje, está llamando a casa. Aquí se interpreta que es el auto. El auto es que me da la pista de qué pronombre relativo voy a utilizar. Whose, que significa quién o de quién, es algo posesivo. The girl whose car is in the garage is phoning home. Let's continue. Take a look.
Where?
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 Okay, let's check it out. Correct. Where? Because we're talking about library. Library is a place. For places, we use where. That's correct. This is the library where I usually go to study and borrow some books. Nice. This one.
Who?
Who?
Whose?
Who?
Okay, let's check it out. Correct. The old man who is driving the red lorry is my granddad. Perfect. This one.
Wish. Wash.
Whose. Correct. Okay, the clue is once again the same word, car. The man whose car is next to the cafe is waiting for you. El hombre o el tipo del cual el auto o el cual el auto le pertenece, whose, está al lado del café. Te está esperando. Is waiting for you. Let's continue. This one.
Where?
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 Okay, let's check it out. Correct. Excellent. Shop. Shop is a place. The shop where he bought his new shoes is next to the jewelers. This one.
When?
Okay, let's check it out. Correct. Is when. When means cuando. Se refiere al tiempo. Y aquí nos da la pista Monday. Monday is the day when the museum is closed. Lunes es el día cuando el museo está cerrado. You see, Monday is the day when the museum is closed. Perfect. Okay, give me a minute. Let's get more exercises. Please give me a minute. Don't go. Okay, so let's carry out this activity. I'm gonna share the file. Well, as you can see, we have 16 exercises. Each exercise has 3 different options. Those options are the relative pronouns, son pronombres relativos. Aquí usted va a encontrar más pronombres relativos, pero ya sabe cómo es la función de estos pronombres relativos. Por ejemplo, aquí está, se ve el 12. Tenemos 3 pronombres relativos. Why, que significa por qué. ¿Por qué lo utilizamos para unir 2 cláusulas, pero por razón? Es una razón. ¿Por qué? Why. Who ya sabemos que es para personas. That. Y that también puede ser personas o cosas. But in singular. Aquí también va a encontrar otro. Whom is another relative pronouns. You see? Todos estos pronombres relativos ya lo hemos visto. Solo es que aquí están funcionando como relative pronouns, que sirve para unir 2 cláusulas y hacerla una. So give me a minute, guys. I'm gonna share this activity. That's the link. Get the link and start working. 5 minutes.
Teacher, good afternoon. A mí todavía no me llega el link.
Really? Unbelievable. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, that's the link again.
Thank you.
No problem. You're welcome, sir. These are the answer. Please check yours. Compare. Okay, so let's continue with the next activity. Give me a minute. Look, in this activity, we're going to see the difference between who and whose. Remember, who and whose. Remember, who is for people, to join, two different clauses. And the word whose is for people, but we denotate possessions. Whose is for people, right? It's actually for people and animal because, you know, some people consider animals as the same kind, right? But basically, whose is for people, but whose is for possessions. Possessions. Whose possessions. So I want you to read carefully these 18 exercises and choose the best options. Remember, who, people, to join two relative clause for people. Whose, on the other hand, is for possessions. That's the link, guys. Get the link, please. 5 minutes. Check your answer, please. Compare your answers. Okay, now time for practice relative pronouns. Okay, guys, so in this activity, when this worksheet, we're going to practice the relative pronouns. Now, you going to complete this exercise, all right? You going to complete this exercise. For example, look, we have two different clauses, two sentences. The man was tired. He fell asleep. You see? The man was tired. He fell asleep. 2. The little boy lost his ball. He began to cry. So we need relative pronouns to join two sentences. In the number 1 and the number 2, they are people. The man in the number 1, the little boy in the number 2. The man and the little boy, people. So the relative clause is who. Now, it's quite important use once again this symbol, comma. You see the comma? The man, comma. The little boy, comma. So don't forget to use the comma after the pronoun. The man, comma, who was tired, comma, fell asleep. You see? We join the two sentences in one single. The man was tired, he fell asleep. The man, comma, who was tired, fell asleep. Number 2, the little boy, once again, comma, who lost his ball, comma, began to cry. So this is another way to use the relative pronouns. Aquí estamos utilizando una vez más los pronombres relativos. Como ustedes se dan cuenta, este pronombre relativo está simplemente reemplazando al sujeto, en este caso un pronombre personal, él. Como se da cuenta en la oración 1, cómo lo unimos, pero es importante el uso de las comas. The man who was tired fell asleep. You see? Compare with the number 1. The man was tired, he fell asleep. You see the difference? Use 2 commas. In the number 2, the little boy who lost his ball began to cry. See the difference with the previous one. And use once again two different comma. Look. In the number one, my classmate studied hard for the test. She got an A+. Look, my classmate, part number one, you see? My classmate, comma, who study hard for the test, comma, got an A+. You see? Well, so you're going to use or work with 10 different exercises. These exercises, okay, I want you to edit, write in the document. If you're working on the computer or your cell phone, it's good enough to create a document. Send the answers to the Telegram group. If you don't have a computer, so no problem. Notebook, pencil, write the answers, take a picture and send them to the Telegram group. For this activity, guys, you will have 5 minutes. Okay, they are 10, 6 minutes, no problem, 6 minutes. Remember, use the comma. Se va a tomar en cuenta la coma. Esta es otra manera de utilizar los pronombres relativos.
Teacher,
Yes, tell me.
esta actividad hay que enviarla en el grupo de Telegram.
Exactly. Yo la reviso más tarde y les paso que tienen mal o si tienen bien. Pero no olviden, lo importante de aquí es el uso de las comas. Give me a minute. That's the link. 6 minutes.
Hi, teacher. Good afternoon. A question, please.
Yes, tell me.
Es que tengo un problema, no sé. Hoy por la mañana me estaba conectando a las clases y cada vez que trato de salir del Zoom, ya no escucho el audio del Zoom. Si por si acaso usted sepa qué es eso, porque ingresé al link y me vuelve a regresar acá al Zoom, o si no salgo que ya no estoy en el Zoom.
Pero estás desde un teléfono, ¿verdad?
Sí, estoy de mi teléfono.
Usualmente suele suceder eso en el teléfono. Por eso les digo, el día de la prueba final, el examen, por favor consigan una laptop o una computadora.
Bueno, computadora sí tengo. Sí tengo,
Okay.
gracias a Dios
Sí.
sí tengo, pero es de escritorio.
Ya no hay problema. El inconveniente viene a veces en los celulares. Al cambiar entre aplicaciones suele suceder eso.
Ah,
Sí, suele suceder eso. Se desconecta el audio, se desconecta la cámara, o suele tener algo. Hay incompatibilidad a veces entre aplicaciones.
ya, sí, porque ahorita he estado ingresando a los links, pero me regresa acá el Zoom, o si no salgo que no estoy dentro del Zoom y no escucho el audio. Entonces, por esa razón, hacía esa pregunta.
2 minutes. Okay, guys, so before continue, please let me know if you have questions about the relative pronouns. Remember that we started the class with 3 different relative pronouns. They were who, which, and that. But as you seen, they are more relative pronouns such as why, whose, where, when, and so on. They're actually the WH question, but in this topic or in this structure, we use them as relative pronouns to enjoin 2 different clauses. According, obviously, the subject, if he is a person, who is an object, which. But we also can use that for both people or object. Then we learn we also can use where is for places, who, people, why, reasons, when, time, and so on. These are the relative clauses. Any question, please? Ok, chicos, antes de terminar, escuchen bien, el módulo termina el 27, pero el 27 es sábado. Entonces, este módulo debe de terminar. El examen final va a ser el 26 de este mes, perdón, 26 de este mes. Y aún nos falta un quiz, son 4 quiz. Tenemos 3 por el momento. Hoy tenemos el nuevo, que es the relative pronouns. Tenemos también pendiente los adjetivos. Tenemos que ver los adjetivos superlativos. Trabajamos los comparativos y necesitamos los superlativos. Entonces ya tenemos 2 temas para el quiz número 4. Mañana vamos a seguir trabajando con otro tema nuevo. Estamos ya por terminar el módulo número 4 en referente a lo que es los temas que se encuentran dentro de este módulo. Hemos visto varios. Ustedes se han dado cuenta, hemos visto varios. Los últimos han sido temas sencillos como los que ve hoy. Los adjetivos también es un tema sencillo. Entonces el quiz número 4 no creo que vaya a ser demasiado complicado para ustedes. Entonces, para la próxima semana, el día 23, que se inicia otra vez, martes 23, espero tener ya todas las notas de los quiz, de los 3 quiz, más las actividades. Tienen que revisar la plataforma, las actividades que ustedes han realizado. Entonces voy a comenzar a promediar todas las notas, esperando ya para el 27 tomar la prueba final y con esta, la nota de la prueba final, añadir al promedio final entre las actividades y las pruebas que hemos realizado, las 3. Bueno, faltaría una más, la 4, que sería ya la próxima semana, no esta. También recalcarles, por favor, voy a hacer todos los días, faltando una semana más. Por favor, para la prueba, el día 26 de febrero, hacerlo desde una computadora o laptop. Necesito que las cámaras estén habilitadas, ya es el examen final. Esta sí debe tener su cámara habilitada todo el tiempo.
Teacher, y los que tuvimos problemas con internet el día viernes y no pudimos enviar la prueba, yo la envié por internet.
Yo he estado viendo y sí han podido ingresar las pruebas, sí están hasta donde se quedaron. El inconveniente es que de pronto no escuchan bien. El examen solo duraba 1 hora, 10 minutos y se cerraba. Lo mismo va a suceder con el quiz número 4. Usualmente es 1 hora de 60 minutos. Es la base para... Perdón, no es la base, son los minutos que se le da para una prueba. Ahora, el examen final, ese sí va a tener 1 hora y media. Ese sí va a tener 1 hora y media, como comúnmente lo doy, 1 hora y media. Recuerde que el examen final aquí va a ser también como el quiz 3, que hubo como un ensayo, donde ustedes tienen que escribir lo que se les pide, que desarrollar el tema que se les pide. El quiz número 1 y número 2, bueno, son opciones múltiples. Pienso que el número 4 también va a ser opciones múltiples, porque no vamos a tener muchos temas. Como les dije, ya estamos terminando. Están casi completos todos los temas relacionados al módulo número 4. Creo que faltan 1 o 2, ya nos faltan más temas. Y se termina el contenido del módulo número 4.
Teacher,
Sí, dígame.
ya una vez terminado este módulo, ya finalizamos, ¿no?
Correcto, ya, ahí cumplen los 4 módulos. Yo para el día martes,
Nada más.
sí, para el día martes voy a comenzar desde esta semana a promediar las actividades de la plataforma, del quiz, y ya tener los 6 puntos relacionados, ¿ok? Todos esos 6 puntos. Recuerde que el examen final es sobre 4. Entonces voy a tener ya promediado para el día martes, a más tardar el miércoles. Son varios estudiantes, igual voy a intentar desde esta noche, si puedo, promediar, revisar las calificaciones de la plataforma Moodle, más los quiz. Ya tener ya todo listo y esperando ya solo el examen final.
Mister, ¿el examen final será de opciones múltiples o de completar así como el quiz 3?
Es parecido, va a ser parecido al quiz 3. Entre opciones múltiples y desarrollo de tema.
Listo, mister, gracias.
Okay, guys, it's 5 o'clock. So thank you very much for having me. I'll see you.